Talk about the false self of someone with narcissistic personality disorder. In the context of narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, the concept of the false self refers to a psychological defense mechanism or facade that individuals with NPD develop to cope with deep-seated feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. This false self is an idealized image of themselves that they present to the world, which is often grandiose, confident, and entitled. The false self serves several purposes for individuals with NPD. Firstly, it helps them maintain a sense of superiority and specialness, which is central to their self-concept. By projecting this idealized image, they seek admiration and validation from others, which helps to temporarily alleviate their underlying feelings of insecurity. Secondly, the false self acts as a protective shield against any perceived threats to their fragile self-esteem. Criticism, rejection, or failure can be particularly devastating for individuals with NPD, as it threatens the integrity of their false self. As a result, they may react with extreme defensiveness, rage, or devaluation of others to protect their self-image. Despite the outward appearance of confidence and self-assuredness, the false self is inherently fragile and vulnerable. Individuals with NPD often have a tenuous grip on their sense of self-worth, which is why they are so dependent on external validation and affirmation. It's important to note that while the false self is a prominent feature of NPD, it is just one aspect of a complex and multifaceted disorder. Treatment for NPD typically involves psychotherapy, which aims to help individuals develop a more realistic and integrated sense of self, as well as addressing underlying issues such as low self-esteem and distorted thinking patterns. Can you tie that to the negative mother complex people with NPD have? Certainly. The negative mother complex, as described in psychological theory, refers to unresolved conflicts and negative emotions associated with the relationship between an individual and their mother during early development. In the context of narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, individuals with this disorder may have experienced a particularly fraught or damaging relationship with their mother, which can contribute to the development of their false self and other narcissistic traits. The negative mother complex can manifest in various ways within individuals with NPD. Inadequacy and low self-esteem. If the mother was critical, neglectful, or emotionally unavailable, the individual may internalize feelings of inadequacy and worthlessness. These feelings can fuel the need for constant validation and admiration from others, which is characteristic of narcissistic behavior. Idealization and devaluation. Individuals with NPD may vacillate between idealizing and devaluing others, replicating the dynamics they experienced with their mother. They may seek out partners or authority figures who resemble their mother in some way, projecting their unresolved feelings onto them. Perfectionism and grandiosity. A negative mother complex can contribute to an intense desire for perfection and achievement as a way to gain approval and validation. The individual may strive for unattainable standards of success and superiority, driven by a subconscious need to prove their worthiness in the absence of maternal validation. Defensiveness and hostility. Individuals with NPD may exhibit defensive or hostile reactions to perceived threats, which can be traced back to unresolved conflicts with their mother. Criticism or rejection can trigger intense emotional reactions, as they are reminiscent of the invalidation or neglect experienced in childhood. Dependency and need for control. The negative mother complex can also contribute to difficulties in establishing healthy boundaries and relationships. Individuals with NPD may oscillate between seeking dependency and asserting control in their interactions with others, reflecting unresolved attachment issues stemming from their early experiences with their mother. In summary, the negative mother complex can significantly influence the development of narcissistic traits and the formation of the false self in individuals with NPD. Understanding these early relational dynamics is crucial for effective therapeutic intervention, as it provides insight into the underlying emotional wounds that fuel narcissistic behaviors. Therapy can help individuals with NPD explore and process these unresolved conflicts, leading to greater self-awareness and the possibility of forming healthier relationships.